Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart, and welcome to the video that's been a long time coming. I'm not exactly sure what the crossover audience is from my Helluva Boss lore videos and my alignment videos, but literally the most popular video on my channel is a lore essay explaining everything we know about Hazbin Hotel, and then followed by my video about Angel Dust. Just saying, this channel has a bit of a history with VibsyPop's work, and I still do have an immense love for the series. I just didn't want the algorithm to think I was a Helluva Hazbin fan channel exclusively. In fact, I'm not that at all. I'm a video essay channel that uses D&D as a vehicle for discussion. It's admittedly not a great strategy, so please click the subscribe button. Anyway, to celebrate Season 2 of Helluva Boss, that should be released this Saturday, I figured we would go ahead and take a look at our series' main protagonist and see what his character developments look like through the course of Season 1 versus where it starts and where it ends. Just as you guys know, while today may be the main character of Helluva Boss, though, Saturday will be the best character. Anyway, Blitzo is the main character of Helluva Boss and is the founder of IMP. Blitz is an imp born in hell and currently runs an assassination agency called the Immediate Murder Professionals. In his past, he grew up as a circus clown with his mother and twin sister. As an adult, he adopted Luna, the Hellhound, as his daughter, and he might have more family, but the series has kept that purposely vague. According to the wiki, Fizzarali is a co-worker, but I learned it from my comment section to not trust the wiki. So I don't know what anyone else's relationship is to him. That is at least his family. At the beginning of the series, Blitz runs IMP, which is an assassination group that's hired by their clientele to kill people in the living world. In order to do this, they use a grimoire from the demon prince Stolas to create portals to the living world. Stolas allows Blitzo to use this grimoire for favors. Though Blitz is an assassin and a damn good one, Blitzo is wild, impulsive, and massively disrespectful to everyone around him. He uses anyone and everything to get money. To split the difference between his cruelty to people around him and what his genuine desire for family is, and the fact that he's a lawful kind of assassin, we're going to start Blitz the Imp as neutral evil, leaning chaotic evil. As mentioned earlier, I love this series, and if you have not subscribed to VibsyPop's channel, you need to do so right now, please. And with all that out of the way, let's go. However, before we go, did you know that you can watch the next 3 alignment videos ahead of schedule by becoming a channel member, a patron, or a Twitch subscriber? Whichever one is most convenient for you, you can just go ahead and do that. Becoming any of these premium members gives you access to the next 3 alignment videos on your select platform and gives you a spot at the end credits of our alignment videos and gaming videos. Each membership also gives you access to another unique set of benefits. YouTube Premium gives you access to stickers and emojis not available anywhere else, and sometimes a 4th bonus alignment video. Patreon gives you access to monthly wallpapers, lore packets, and access to the uncut archive of our D&D campaigns. And Twitch gives you access to a different set of emote stickers and access to our entire streaming library. If you're especially ambitious and want to collect all 3 Infinity Stones of the Loading Crew, this gives you access to a special title in our Discord. It's mostly bragging rights, but hey, you're better than everyone else. Check any of the links in the description to gain access and help support the channel.
Just tell me why.
Please read this 55-page warrant.
There must be robots worse than I.
We checked around, there really aren't.
Then please let me explain my crimes were merely boyish pranks.
You stole from Boy Scouts, nuns, and banks.
Don't blame me, blame my upbringing.
Please stop singing while I'm singing.
The pilot is mostly establishing status quo. IMP is a scrappy little company with a misfit cast of characters who are trying their best to get by. They are mismanaged by a boss that is too distracted and unfocused to make massive success. Chaotic neutral.
Oh, what can I do you for this time, Stolas?
There's a political candidate causing trouble up on Earth for a few of my associates. He's trying to convince people global warming exists.
So something I want to point out in this series is Blitzo's relationship with Stolas. People get really mad at me when I say this is toxic, and I don't know what to tell you guys. It is. And while I'll talk about this in the Stolas video, it is heavily implied that Blitzo seduced Stolas and took advantage of him in order to steal his book. Blitzo used sex as a weapon against a vulnerable person in order to take advantage of him. This is just as evil as Stolas demanding monthly sex in order to use it. And don't even fucking at me about a fucking power dynamic, because in the initial seduction, Blitzo had something Stolas always wanted. We'll talk about this more in the post-analysis, but Blitzo sleeping with Stolas for his powers is lawful evil, and even if you disagree with that, he's clearly stealing something right here. So at the very least, evil.
Appears to be in stable condition, but he'll need surgery. Now, what insurance provider do you freaks have?
The fuck is insurance?
A big chunk of the pilot is Imp deciding on how to handle their botched mission from earlier. It's clear that they're assassins for hire, but due to the rules in Hell, I think, they need to take care of any mismanaged targets. But once they realize that this kid was their target, Blitzo murders him just like the rest, lawful evil.
After one measly massacre propelled by blind rage. So that's why I'm here. To get my revenge.
I mean, was she hotter?
In episode 1, Blitzo accepts a contract from Matilda to kill the lady who slept with her husband. Blitz accepts the mission and takes Moxie and Millie to their home. He bullies Moxie the whole time. Karma does bite him in the butt when Moxie's consciousness kicks in and ruins a shot, which nearly botches the mission. Due to Mox's screw-up, Blitzo and Millie get captured, lawful evil.
Apology accepted. But if you ever pull a stunt like this again, I will fuck you and your wife.
Once rescued, Blitzo hits them with that gem. That, chaotic, my man. Chaotic evil, my man. Listen, dude. If you need to vent some stress at those two, you could always buy our Moxie and Millie Dakibakura at LoadingCrewCrafts.com. That is a terrible pitch because it makes the Dakis sound way worse than the reputation I want them to have, but our Dakis are very family friendly, unlike this show, and they are made of high quality two-way tricot, are silky smooth, and are always the cool side of the pillow. Check out our Moxie Millie Dakis, our Luna Dakis, or our Stolas Daki over on LoadingCrewCrafts.com. And if you don't buy it, it's chaotic evil, just like what Blitzo did right here.
Now remember, this is work and work only. Me and my crew are not here to satisfy your perverted bird needs, alright?
Blitzo accepts the role of bodyguard and takes it very seriously. He warns Stolas on multiple instances that this wasn't a booty call, lawful neutral. He also gives Moxie and Millie the day off since he realized that he can pretty much handle the problem on his own. Neutral good.
I hate that fucking clown.
Stolas takes Octavia into a circus tent. Inside, a robotic version of the person from Blitz's past named Fizzarali is there. We'll learn more about this character later, but just know that Blitzo hates him. They have a bit of a back and forth till Blitzo just straight up attacks him. It's a robot. This ends up in a huge fight that destroys the entire park. And even though this is a robot, this is chaotic evil.
Oh shit! Verosica!
Blitzo.
In episode 3, a pop star named Verosica Mayday takes Imp's parking space and Blitzo isn't having it. He throws a total bitch fit in front of his company and Verosica. While Moxie volunteers to handle the problem, he still acts pretty immature about it, chaotic neutral.
That's it! If you're gonna be shitty to my employees, then I challenge you to a fucking challenge. Fuck, I said that twice.
Blitz then challenges the pop group to a demon duel. If he and his company can assassinate more people than Verosica and her group can sleep with in a single day, then they win back their parking space. In order to get all these clients, they offer a really steep discount, lawful evil.
You know the kind of freaks up there who drool all over you.
During this episode, they take Luna to Earth in order to have her lure humans away from the general populace so they can off them. Luna does pretty well, but when she takes a break to go flirt with a hellhound named Vortex, and Blitzo totally tries to clam jam on her by going all overprotective dad on them, he means well, but he has no idea how to do this since he adopted her very late into her teens. Chaotic good. Oh, they also win back the parking space thanks to Verosica's mistake and Millie's actions, so no ding. Sorry.
Give me another, Mox.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but I hate this episode. Blitzo is hired by an eccentric weirdo billionaire to kill his business partner. Weirdly enough, Blitzo points out that the billionaire doesn't deserve to die because...
Yeah, that's not really evil.
Which is a really bizarre detail for Blitz to care about. Either way, the episode happens and they manage to kill the guy while being in conflict with Cherub. They accidentally get them kicked out of heaven, but Blitz considers the mission a failure since he didn't kill the evil billionaire and purposely condemn him to hell. It all works out for them anyway, so let's just give Blitzo a single lawful evil and call it a day.
I'm sorry for having to move our little rendezvous early.
Blitzo and Stolas have one of their little rendezvous, and Stolas invites Imp to the Ring of Wrath. Blitzo takes the opportunity to treat his company to some fun and games. They can go and stay with Millie's family, though, instead of whatever accommodation Stolas had. Neutral good.
Well, Howdy.
During the episode, a new imp named Stryker appears, and Blitzo is pretty impressed with him. During the episode, Millie's family is bullying Moxie, though. Blitz even takes the opportunity to join in on it. This isn't him comedically misunderstanding the situation either. He's a real dick about it, chaotic evil.
Yeah, I asked him if he wants to join IMP.
You asked? But
They later get invited to some rodeo-like games. Blitzo plays to win and doesn't hold back. He doesn't actively humiliate anyone, he just does his best and eventually ties with Stryker. Afterwards, though, impressed by the Cowboy's performance, he offers him a job back at IMP. This time, it does seem like he either didn't realize how much this would hurt Moxie, so lawful neutral.
Excuse me, the fuck?
After Stryker's betrayal, Blitzo confronts him in his room. Stryker, instead of making excuses, tries to recruit Blitzo by playing into his ego and saying that they should team up and become a team of unstoppable assassins. Blitz seems to accept the offer until Moxie grabs a sniper rifle and tries to cow Stryker. Unfortunately, Stryker is wriggly and very scrappy and manages to get away. Even though Blitzo used a deception to trick Stryker, the fact that he wasn't tempted to betray his company and family makes this action lawful good. Though Blitzo has had some badass moments throughout this entire story, this is kind of the episode that shows why he's the boss. At the beginning of the episode, he realizes immediately that he and Moxie were outmatched by demon hunters and protects Moxie with his life and tells Luna to close the portal, preventing them from getting into hell. This action, for demons and Blitzo especially, is lawful good.
you say tortured, you mean physical or psychological? Physical seems counterproductive. We would likely tell you anything if it meant an end to the pain, and you would have no way of knowing what was true.
Or we might like it too much, and then you've got a whole new thing to deal with.
I love this interrogation. Once apprehended by dorks, Blitzo and Moxie basically act like turds in order to keep them annoyed and on the back foot. Although what they're doing is being giant trolls, they're obviously doing this for some sort of demon law, lawful neutral.
I am scared of rejection.
Moxie, why do you have Millie put it in your butt?
It gives me an erection.
Here we go. The scene that finally lays bare what Blitzo's real problem is, and that is his mistrust and intimacy issues. There's a lot to dissect here, and I address my complete thoughts in another video. This video right here, basically. But basically it boils down to the fact that Blitzo sabotages all of his own relationships because he's afraid of being hurt, while simultaneously craving one. He realizes that his only solution is probably going to be the toxic and unhealthy relationship with Stolas, even though he sees it as being wrapped in gilded chains. It's complicated and he doesn't even know how to feel about it. I love complicated shit like this. Again, more of this in another video and in the post-analysis, but I feel after this acid trip self-reflection, he tells Moxie how he really feels about him and how he wants to be a better friend in the future. Lawful good and Nat 20 scene.
Let's fuck these fuckers up!
Fuck yeah! This fight shows just how far IMP has come and just how in sync they are, taking on all of the dorks, utilizing team attacks and just fantastic animation. This might be one of the greatest fights put to animation. Lawful good, Nat 20 fight.
What's the matter, Demon Hunter? Never seen a real demon before.
Holy shit. I keep forgetting how good this scene is. After pushing the big red button, Imp is trapped inside the Demon Hunter compound only for Stolas to possess a bunch of human bodies and summon himself, possibly breaking all kinds of demon law to do so. He saves Imp while chiding them about their careless mistakes. Blitzo at first is too flabbergasted to give a response, so nothing there. But
Am I going to get any thank you for the rescue, Bitsy?
Well, I suppose you should. Want me to fuck your brains out tonight?
Very much so.
also, god damn. Okay, so funny story. I first saw this scene when hanging out with a few friends at a convention. I myself am a painfully straight man, and I was hanging out with two of my friends, both who are sex-repulsed asexuals. And literally all of us at the same time said, holy shit, that was hot. And if you make three of us say that, you've earned your Nat 20 scene. Also, Stolas and Blitzo have consensual positive sex, and I think that deserves a neutral good.
So you're telling me that if I have positive, healthy sex with my boyfriend, I can just keep farming neutral good points?
You bet. Every time you fuck your boyfriend, you get a neutral good ding. And trust me, I'm all about getting those dings.
Sides, drinks are on me tonight. Let's hit up the new dive down the street.
Actually, sir, it's our 1-year marriage anniversary.
One successful mission later, Blitzo offers to take the team out for drinks before finding out that it's Moxie and Millie's 1-year anniversary. Blitz is ready to insert himself, again, only for Moxie to stand his ground. Good man. Blitzo being, well, Blitzo decides to stalk them and try to enter the club despite being told off, even trying to seduce the bouncer. I'm just going to give this a chaotic neutral for comedy logic.
Hello, Blitzy.
Realizing he can't go any further, Blitz decides to call Stolas and get him into the club. Stolas, alone for the weekend and now separated from his wife and Octavia, is overjoyed at what he believes is a date. He rushes to Blitz dressed to the nines, while Blitz is able to continue stalking Moxie and Millie and see what they're up to. Neutral evil.
Hey now, I've watched those two pork many times.
What? Blitz?
And honestly, they make missionary look relatively exciting.
As Moxie begins getting roasted by Asmodeus, Blitz tries to stick up for him. Unfortunately for him and Stolas, several of Blitz's metaphorical and literal demons are here to mock them in front of everyone. This is actually chaotic good. Unfortunately, all that really becomes of it are them getting hurt and humiliated. Blitz eventually tells Stolas they're leaving chaotic good.
This was a mistake.
We could talk, or watch a movie, or maybe cuddle.
Stolas, don't act like what we have is anything but you wanting me to fuck you, okay? You make that really clear all the time.
Back to Stolas's, a hurt Blitz refuses a genuine quiet date night with Stolas. It's a painful scene as Blitz, raw from emotional wounds, dismissed any actual love in their relationship before returning home and crying on the couch. While he knows that this offer from Stolas is pretty genuine, he took the time to destroy anything Stolas had to offer in order to push him away. This is a very complicated, chaotic evil. All of Season 1 of Helluva Boss is examining the relationships with Blitzo and everyone around him and his tragic fear of intimacy. Episode 1 and the pilot mostly exist to serve as establishing status quo, and it very clearly defines Blitz's relationship with everyone. He is the boss of Moxie and Millie and also wants to be their dragon. He is the adoptive father of Luna, and he is in a sexually transactional relationship with Stolas. None of these relationships are typical, nor are they healthy. Almost all of them are predatory and self-serving in some way. Even his adoption with Luna is very odd since he adopted her late into her teens. In episode 2, we learn how his relationship with Stolas is destroying not only his life, but the life of Stolas' daughter, Octavia. In episode 3, we learn just how he's treated his ex-girlfriend. Episode 4 is a goddamn waste of time, and I can only think it exists to serve as Has-Been Hotel, because why the fuck would we look at heaven? My only guess is that if Stolas dies, he'll somehow get into heaven, but like, even that doesn't make sense. What is episode 4? Episode 5 is how Blitz sees new potential people, and possibly lovers, considering he was probably actually flirting with Stryker. Episode 6 is him accepting his poison, and episode 7 is him realizing how destructive and unwanted he actually is, and the realization that his loneliness is mostly his own fault. It's beautifully complicated, and it's something I sincerely believe is Helluva Boss's best feature. How it can take something as silly as demon assassins from hell and creates a drama that shows that some relationships, even incredibly toxic ones, that there is complicated and more mixed nuances and emotions in there. It feels so much more raw and real, and I love exploring fucked up minds of fucked up people. That's the best drama in the world to me, and I'm confident that when Saturday arrives and Season 2 officially begins, we're just going to be in for a great ride, though the Twitter would suggest something else. After you're done watching the premiere of Season 2, be sure to check out my Stolas video that comes out then. Thank you to the patrons, and I'll see you next time.